So last, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. This is Knight Errant. He's around here somewhere.
Yeah, and there will be swearing, there will be cigarettes, there will be alcohol.
Yeah. And probably some other stuff we shouldn't be doing.
Fires, maybe.
Yeah, fires might actually happen on this one, but that doesn't make it our rating.
No. No. We were talking last time about, I hope it's last time, about the Civil War. And in general, the plot line of 40k, the general plot line of 40k.
Yeah. And we all agree we want a civil war, and we all agree that there's basically no way that Games Workshop can write themselves out of making a civil war by now.
No. I think that civil war will definitely involve the Lion. It'll definitely involve Gilliman. What I'm interested in is whether this civil war will have only those two factions. So that's an interesting one. I think there might be a third faction. You were talking about the ones loyal to the Emperor, and the ones loyal to the Empire.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones loyal to the Emperor, the ones loyal to the Empire, and the ones loyal to the God Emperor.
I totally agree on that.
That's ones I call the ones loyal to the Emperor.
Yeah, but I'm making a distinction.
Yeah.
You can be loyal to the Emperor, as like Russ is,
And Lion.
and Lion.
Loyal to his imperial creed.
Yeah, and Gilliman is no longer loyal to the Emperor.
No, I don't think so. I think he is
Loyal to the Empire.
and I think he and the Lion are changing places. I think he will become the broody one, who is at the head of a cause he really don't believe in, but it's all he has, and life doesn't make sense anymore because he learned his father saw him as a tool, and at some point, hopefully, because he's super intelligent, he will realize he did exactly the same to the Primaris Marines, but if he doesn't, he's just a dolt.
What?
But anyway, he will be the conflicted one because he has now become a non-Mad Ward character, which means he can have more than one dimension.
What I would like to see, what I would like to call that faction would be the new Empire.
I actually, because I had enough booze now, I would like to look into the camera and say, don't get me wrong, Matt Ward has written some stuff that I really, really like, but none of it was 40k. I'm not giving him flack as a writer. I just think he and I share the same vision for 40k, and I think I was in that game way before he even considered the word Space Marine.
And what I think Aaron was trying to say was he and I don't share the same vision for 40k.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
kind of neglected that small but important
come on, guys!
word.
It's in the middle of the night. I'm sitting under a heat lamp, drinking a fluffy, fruity drink with my sunglasses on, trying my best to look like the cartoonish picture of me.
So, of course, you cannot be expected to remember small things like negatives.
I don't do negatives, man.
Yeah, you said
life's too short.
Yeah.
And you can quote me on that. Oh, now I have to make another t-shirt.
Yeah. Just as you can quote me on that and nothing else.
No, just a picture of a D6 showing a 1,
yeah.
And then I don't do negatives, man. Life's too short. Yeah, damn, I want to make a t-shirt chat.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm really interested. Like we've also earlier talked about our favorite Primarchs, Russ being mine.
I really, really, really like the Lion as a character. I mean, if this was an old school grill bar beat 'em up game, I would be playing the Lion of all the Primarchs.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm very interested in where he ends up, because he might.
I am 99.9% sure that he and the Lion will fist bump and be like, okay, let's show all these pricks what it's all about.
I think they will fist bump each other's faces and then be all like,
I don't think that. I think that.
can I just finish my point? And then they'll be like, let's show these suckers what it's all about.
Yeah, but I really think they're past that. From all the lore, the way I see it, the last thing that Russ tells Bjorn
Yeah.
is that he will go make peace with the lion and find the tree of life.
Yeah.
That's basically 10,000 years ago.
You think he's done that by now?
I think.
At least he passed the easier one. So the tree of life has been found.
So, I mean, he's open for negotiation.
Yeah.
And yes, the lion is stubborn, but he's not stupid.
No.
And when he comes out of his emo cave,
Yeah.
I think he would be looking for a good ally and not a good excuse to fight the only guy in the galaxy who might kick his ass.
But I also think
Except for Chaos guys. I mean,
Yeah.
For loyalties guys,
Yeah.
I can't really imagine anyone who in a stand-up fight, totally, Vulcan would kick the lion from one corner to the other before he was hit by the anatomy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not so sure.
No.
I think Vulcan has lost that edge.
But I think still think when Russ and Lion meet up again, once they meet up again, they will have a friendly fight. If nothing else, just because they both have a chapter and several successor chapters rooting them on, going.
Russ
fight,
doesn't
fight.
have a single successor chapter.
Okay, sorry.
He
But,
I
just,
think-
he just has a legion that never split
Yeah,
up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think he might actually do it
both
as
of them have
well.
a lot of guys behind them going fight, 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 fight.
Actually, what I would like is for Asriel and Blackmane to take that one.
That would actually be.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Also, I think if they had a fight, I think Russ would, and I'm not saying this just to be funny, I think he would throw it on purpose.
Yeah, because he is
Not the leader, and the leader needs to win.
Yeah, and he wants to be the executioner, and he wants a good leader to be the executioner for.
Yeah. And the
I
lion,
think that's true, but I also think that the lion would know that. He would not show it, but he would keep that in the way he would treat his brother from that moment onwards.
and I also think that
But I really think that they should. I hope they would keep the tradition and each pick a champion
yeah.
and be above putting fists in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Because last time they fought,
Yeah.
they fought for a day and a night.
Yeah.
And the way I imagine the story as it's going right now, when two Primarchs meet, that's time they don't have because demon Primarchs are sprawling out. Terra is overrun by corn demons, and they don't have that kind of time. It's easier to say, okay, Asriel, Grimna, not Grimna, Blackmane.
Ragnar, Blackmane.
Yeah, go into the pit. Blackmane, kick that blessed monk in the nuts, and get it over with. Because unlike the lion, who is a stubborn shit, Asriel would just take in the nuts, say, I yield a moment for it hit.
Yeah.
Grimna would hit the power field around Asriel, burn his foot, and need a prosthetic, but he would have won.
Yeah.
And then everybody would be like, yes, of course, well, Blackmane won, and Asriel could be like, yes, he won. It was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My honor is broken now,
Yeah.
because I care.
Yeah.
Because Asriel is obviously, unlike any Dark Angel chapter master ever, he is about the greater plan.
Yeah.
And he's proven that time and time again.
Yeah.
Also, when he meets Fate Weaver, it is pretty much the same as when his Primarch did. Except in a smaller scale.
Yeah.
And that's where I am really happy he's not dead yet. But I think they'll kill him.
Yeah.
I think.
That's actually a good one.
I really actually like to see that fight, Asriel versus Ragnar, because Ragnar wouldn't be able to hit Asriel at all. Because he's so tiny.
Would you stop with how tiny Asriel is?
What I would actually say is.
And also, the last...
I'm a short person. I need to kick down at people who are smaller than me.
but actually, Ragnar, the last model I had of Blackmane, I don't know if he has a new one,
No.
but he was like a head and a half shorter than Asriel, because he was standing
He was an epic 40k.
No. The only thing that made him match in height was that top knot. But they were the same height, but he had a top knot.
But what I would like to say is, actually, I think if they put Ragnar and Azrael up against each other, they will count down to 3, say I yield, and fist bump each other.
Yeah.
Because those are people who actually respect each other. Or would respect each other if they ever met.
Yeah, because if it weren't for them, then it would be unlikely that those traditions had held. And they're all about the traditions.
Yeah.
I haven't actually read enough about Blackmane, but I've talked to Space Wolf players, and I feel I have a pretty good grasp about his character.
I read the first omnibus about Ragnar, and he isn't always about the traditions, but when he is...
Azrael isn't all about traditions either. Somebody wrote a codex once, and he likes to wipe his ass with it.
Actually,
but that's a traditional
you know the spear
wiping,
that is not supposed to be thrown away? The spear of Russ?
No.
No. Okay, Russ had a spear.
I know that.
He left it with his chapter, saying, keep a hold of this. It might come in handy when I come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ragnar threw it in Magnus's face.
I think
through a warp gate.
I'm thinking that was exactly what Russ wanted him to do.
I think so too, but he caught a lot of flack for it because tradition demands that we keep the spear. And he's like, I see an eye, I throw a spear.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I didn't throw it away, I know exactly where it is.
It's in Magnus's eye.
Actually, I hope they go back before they progress the story. That they release some picture in some White Wolf of a painted Blackmane model,
Yeah.
where he has blonde hair. Because I think I already thought that there was some story hook in that. Blackmane was blonde with a Black Wolf cloak.
Yeah.
Until 6th edition, I believe, or 5th. At some point when I was not playing, I suddenly saw a picture of him with black hair. And I was like, no, don't do that. Because it was actually really interesting to have Blackmane, the only other blonde Fenrisian.
Yeah. And he very much is a Fenrisian who doesn't fit in.
Yeah, I mean, he was interesting for that, but Blackmane has black hair. Okay.
It's in the name.
Yeah, and the Necrons are undead and a star.
Yeah.
I actually like that. I mean, the lion is not supposed to walk on all fours, is he?
Yeah, and everybody knows that the Ultramarine Primarch is actually a rowboat.
Grow a booty girly man.
Okay. Anyways. That puts us down to like... Okay, so we talked about lion, rowboat.
I remember what we were talking about now.
Yeah.
Suddenly. Came to me. There was a point. When we started this idea, I had this idea of 4 corners.
Yeah.
We have Nurgle and Thinge. Obvious opposites.
Yeah.
And we have disillusionized Rubuche and the lion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were going to spread around one guy to each corner because Games Workshop has to even it out when placing. And then they have to alternate between Loyalist and Trader.
Yeah.
But they also have to alternate and keep it even. And they have to give Chaos first, the way I see it. Because Chaos have a nice way of handling themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, at Angron,
Yeah.
it's not like he's going to be focused fire at the Loyalist.
No, he's going to be... If you add Angron, I think he would be hard to handle on a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Because in this day and age, he is pretty much just...
He has Korn's chosen demon. I mean, he's not his mighty bloodthirster guy.
No.
I think he's actually worse because he's a Primarch infused with Cornish.
Yeah. And he's so angry that you put him in the center of the field, and then you roll a scatter die in which direction he kills everything.
I was like, he would not be a character you bought, he would be a scenario you played.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You place him in the center of the map, roll a scatter die, that direction, everything dies.
Actually, what I would like to happen with Angron, if they want to bring him back,
Yeah.
I would like, because he is, as you mentioned in a previous episode, he is such an incredibly uninteresting character.
Yeah.
I would like them to bring him back in the lore.
Yeah.
I mean, in the lore right now, he was about to be summoned on Armageddon,
Yeah.
but that was stopped.
Yeah.
Unlike the other ones we know are coming back, he was stopped.
Yeah.
I would actually like Khan to kill him.
Yeah. Khan the Betrayer killing Angron.
The
would be
betrayer killing his Primarch, come on.
Yeah. And then being like, yeah, yo, I heard you like chaos.
Really like taking his skull and be like, what up, Korn?
Yeah.
You like this? Bitch.
Yeah.
And Korn would be like, but my champion. Oh, I know you were my champion, but he was. But I have these rules I made for myself.
Yeah.
Now I'm angry. I'm gonna go kick my little brother's ass again.
And
he would go
it is
kick
a pretty nice skull, so give it here.
And then he would go like beat the Slanish up just to get it out of his system.
Yeah. And Slanish would go, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
No, Slanish would go. I'm not sure I'm still canon. I'm not sure I'm still canon.
Am I Malak right now?
Actually, Slanish is still 40k canon, and he just Games Workshop, new Games Workshop. At this point, when we're filming, this would be way back. They just released the Getting Started Age of Sigmar Slanish box, which calmed a lot of nerves out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a repeating thing with Slanish, and will he stay canon?
Yeah, and I hate all the theory. This is a good topic, but let's stay on it. I hate all the theories where people are like, no, it's because Games Workshop doesn't want to sell metal with boobs. Yes, because the worst thing they could ever do to themselves is make money.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Wood Elf line?
Yeah.
We have bare-breasted 3 ladies.
Yeah.
Bare-breasted.
Yeah.
That's new from Games Workshop.
Yeah, well, except for the really old Demonettes by now.
But new for
Yeah.
the Games Workshop plastic
Yeah.
minis. We have some actually female-looking Wood Elf Dryads. Dryads. 3 people.
Yeah.
3 people.
Plant nymphs. Anyway, they actually have sexy-looking females, and on that note, they actually managed to make sexy-looking men that was not just He-Man. They're actually starting to appeal to certain differences in aesthetics. I don't think that Slanish is getting less prioritized due to the fact that they're afraid that people will say, oh, it's all about satanic sex. I think Slanish is getting down prioritized because it sells just as much as, say, Sisters of Battle or that god regiment you forgot the name of. Or I mean, if you look at the internet, everybody and his cousin wants them to make Plastic Sisters.
Yeah.
People having entire YouTube channels and forums where they yell, "Where are my Plastic Sisters? I am a die-hard Sisters of Battle player and I want my Plastic Sisters."
Yeah.
I think, from a company perspective, with intelligent people sitting there, it's like, yes, that is a thing you like to yell,
Yeah.
and you're good at yelling it.
But will you actually buy it?
Exactly, and people are like, no, of course not, when you're taking charging this much for a metal squad in this day and age. Sure. So they released a few Plastic Sisters. I don't know anybody who bought the new Celestine.
Nope.
I really want to paint her, but I have no reason to go and pay for her because I wouldn't actually field her.
Yeah.
I love Celestine in the lore. She really doesn't fit in my army.
Yeah.
You're getting dangerously close to Gaunt territory.
And she has nothing to do on Awesome because it's a small planet in a warp storm. Actually, I kind of decided, I think, we haven't reached that part yet and we need to talk about this, but I think when the rift opens, when we get to that in our storyline,
Yeah.
I think it would be kind of cool if Awesome actually is pushed out.
Yeah.
Because the warp storm is sucked into the rift
And Awesome is pushed out.
and suddenly they have contact.
Yeah.
but they're on the wrong side. So it's like,
Yeah.
yay, we're in the Dark Imperium now. There's no warp storm, but we're being eaten by Tyranids. This sucks.
Yeah.
Because then we could bring in High Fleet Tiamat.
Yeah.
Because Ronan painted up Nick's amazing, huge army, and we can have narrative games where suddenly this Death World is just being swarmed, and we could have these battles where the Necrons are like, hey, other metal guy, how about we stand shoulder to shoulder and shoot some goddamn aliens?
Yeah. And that brings me to a point I was actually going to make
And
a lot earlier.
and your Gene Stealer Cold Force could be a part of that plot, because of course they would open up with that and a heavy defended world. And
I would
wow,
like
I'm
for
off track. Am I getting drunk?
my specialist army.
It's so cold.
I am very cold sometimes.
I was so not talking to you.
Oh, you're so cold. Oh, I'm cold in a different way.
We're sitting by the light.
Yeah. I would like for my specialist army,
Yeah, your specialist army.
like in Necrons, specialist as in...
When they come with the chapter tactic dynasties thing.
with the whole major plot, and we have specialist armies that are not a part of it.
Right.
I would like for them to be a part of it. I would like for them to be a part of the Imperium. In the big Chaos versus Imperium battle.
Like I did with Awesome, where I decided to twist it all and say the story, and I told my players, because it was unfair otherwise, and I said, okay, the story is going this way. Be prepared for the fact that at some point you will end up being one team against another team, and the Necrons will, because it was the only way that it would make sense in a plot about demons, the Necrons would be on the Imperial side.
Yeah. So I would like for the...
But what would you give the other side then?
I would give them Eldar.
You would let the Eldar fall?
I would let the Eldar
Have
fall.
you been following the law?
I have been following
Because
some of the law, but...
as I see it, they pulled out of that and woke up Gilliman.
Okay, fair enough. Then I would give them...
Because it was Cypher and that Eldar chick and that Eldar guy and that Farseer that everybody likes who woke up Gilliman.
Okay.
They went to Magnus Kalga and were like, yo dude, we need to talk to Gilliman. It was like, you kinda can't. Haven't you been reading the news? And they were like, dude, look at us. We're like the most epic people in the longest cloaks in the galaxy. And he was like, yeah, but I have 2 power fists and a Terminator ammo. And they're like, yeah, but your stats are like way outdated and we just got new plastic models. And you're still in resin. And he was like, actually, I'm in metal because nobody wants to buy Fancast. And they were like, okay, anyway, could you move aside? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then they went up and they opened the chamber and he was kind of dying. And Magnus Kalga were like, this is not so good, you guys suck ass. And then they were all attacked and the Ultramarines had to fight. And then somebody, I think some Harlequin chick called Wave Weeper Dancer, I cry a lot, did something, and Gilliman were like, oh, there's a lot of demons in my throne room, I better kill them. And then he did. And then Kalga was like, I guess I'm not in charge anymore. And Gilliman was like, I don't want to take it from you, but will you give me the 500 worlds and all those Marines? And he was like, yes.
I'm guessing yes. However,
Imagine if he had said no.
I...
Even better if he had double punched him in the crotch with his power fist and put him back in the stasis chamber.
However, okay,
Close
so
to-
not Eldar.
Not Eldar, really not, because this is the new 4th Eldar faction that is gathering all up the Eldar, and that storyline is really, really, really going fast forward.
What I'm fearing
is everybody's a good guy except these bad guys that you could play if you're a moron.
No, it's actually that the Necrons are lumped in with the bad guys.
I think the Necrons are up for... I think, because we have seen not a single spoiler for the Necrons. And with New Games Workshop, when we don't see a spoiler, it usually means big.
Yeah.
My guess, because Grey Knights, we know they're coming.
Yeah.
They're one of the first codices.
Yeah.
Nurgle, they have given us all the spoilers. We've seen pictures of the new tanks. We know that We've seen flashes in the movies with a single Terminator, so we know they're getting cool Terminators. I think it's safe to say that Space Marines are getting somebody tall, taller than the other guys. Something. I think that is at this point in time. This is old news.
Yeah.
I forget. We're filming this now, and you're watching it 2 months later.
Yeah. But yeah, Chaos will get their secondaries.
Anyway, my point is, and this is by now probably a speculation where we're like, "Are you stupid, Errant? We just saw the release of blah blah blah." But I
They were
think,
not called secondaries, you morons.
no, my point is, I think Necrons will get a book where the different dynasties are suddenly chapters like you would expect from a Space Marine Codex, where you could paint up your immortals and your warriors and stuff like that to fit, but where their special characters are spread out where they belong, and where they have stratagems, chapter tactics, etc. Which means, with everything else in the Civil War, they don't have to be on the same side.
That's true.
And also, I think that what they're going to do, because they're Games Workshop and they like to be obvious, is that they will link them heavily into the new Mechanicum. Because the Cult Mechanicus is now already merged more and more. It was supposed to be one codex. Somebody decided they would make more money if they split it into 3 armies. Now they're merging back into 1 army. And it's really, really the obvious choice to make all the metal men go in fist bump.
Yeah, that's true.
And lore-wise, with the Omniscient and all that,
Yeah,
they've
and the White Dragon.
Are they the same? And we're back to one of the worst theories, but an interesting one. Did the Emperor actually visit Mars on that hill? Or was it somebody else?
I believe it was him.
I do too. But I like the fact that the memory of that single knight paladin who walked up the slopes were the foundation of the acceptance of the Alliance.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of people can mess with one guy who happens to die a few weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because he died shortly after. And for all we know, the story told by him could have been altered a million times by the Martians, who might want to say, "Oh, stupid short-lived allies, don't you remember when the Emperor came to us and made these deal with us? And he fooled us. He told us he was the Omnisire, and we believed him because the Omnisire is not this dragon who is telling me what I can and cannot do. Blip blop, I am a machine." I don't like the overly conspiracy idea. There are too much of that out in the world, but I would like the Void Dragon to matter.
Yeah.
I would like it as well. I would actually like the Omniscient to be a twofold entity.
You mean like the Split Skull?
Yeah. As in,
You do know what... I painted my Mechanicus in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I saw the Split Skull, and I saw the Malice symbol.
Yeah.
And to me, the difference is a big cock around the skull, you know.
Yeah.
A cockwheel.
a big cock. I don't get it.
No, but
Yeah.
my point is sound.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking logo.
But what I would... But
And I would like that if the Chaos God of Chaos had a hand to play in some twist that would make it possible for, as we talked about off camera, I think, for Mechanicum troops to be on all the sides of a conflict, because everybody needs Forge Worlds, because the ones without boulder rounds loses it within a few days.
Yeah.
And the Chaos God of Chaos could really kick that hive. And if the Void Dragon is the Omniscient, and Mars makes good on their original plan of not being part of the Empire, or Imperium, and moves Mars, because we know from 35K, they built a machine that meant they could move Mars like it was a ship, and make a single warp jump to somewhere else.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Get that powerhouse somewhere else in the galaxy and make it relevant.
What I would like,
Because then Risa would suddenly be Terra's and the Imperium's main factory.
Yeah.
Mars, led by the Omniscient White Dragon person, would be its own thing. And the Dark Mechanicum would continue to be kind of irrelevant, but be there to make boulder rounds for Chaos Marines. And then you could have the Chaos, basically the gun trader who supplied to all those guys who needed guns.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
I would like
that's
for
what Malus would do. He would make sure that you run out of ammo. Just a moment, guys. Take an blue and orange coat on today, and we'll go sell ammo to these guys.
Yeah.
what I would like is for
But they have no
for
money.
the-
We don't care.
We don't care. We'll trade them for chicken bones.
Yeah, whatever they have.
We'll dress up as squats and say all we want is chicken bones.
Yeah.
I would like for the Omniscient to actually be the Emperor and the White Dragon.
Like the merged idea of those.
Yeah.
Which would actually make him a chaos god because he is made from ideas in the materium. In the materium, not
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. This episode is getting long.
Yeah,
Again.
Yeah. And
and very randy.
Yeah. If you're still watching, you're a good person. Or you're really trying to paint and would like us to shut up. I hope you're painting and not just watching. These are basically meant for painters who are painting. Or people who come home from a bar late at night are like, oh, an upload. I think we could talk about this all night, actually.
We could. But
And the funny part is, at this time when this is uploaded, likely
a lot of this will be answered.
the sequel to Dark Imperium will be out by now, I think. Some people will have read it.
Yeah.
We will be face palming a lot.
Yeah.
Or we will be high-fiving a lot, being like,
Yeah.
wow, we're kind of clever, let's do this again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe let's just go with the wet dream here. Or we'll be going, oh, that's even better. But probably not.
I had that experience once. I was very young.
Yeah, so did I. There was new breakfast cereal. It was even better.
Okay.
But haven't really tried it since.
Thinking back to the text-to-speech device where just like whenever they make an episode, it seems like Games Workshop watches it and basically just updates that lore.
Yeah, actually, I have a feeling that right now at Games Workshop, when this is airing for the first time at some point in the future, somebody's going, guys, change the plan. We cannot call them secondaries. It's actually not a good name after all.
but it sounds Latin, yeah. But it turns out we have players who read a book once.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who have been playing at home, have you spotted the 10 Easter eggs hidden throughout this? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I want to do that at some point. Make episodes with Easter eggs in them. But that would take planning, and I have yet to plan an episode of anything.
Yeah, it would be good for an Easter episode as well.
That's
Wait, you need to go home now.
No.
You need to grab one of those fancy books you like so much and then read up on Easter.
That's
This is getting stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you would like to improve this channel and maybe cut down on the randomness a bit, you have a chance to do that. If you click the link below and pop a single dollar in our general direction, I will totally rule over that dollar, making these guys look like coolies, and then I will listen to whatever is written in the community section of the Patreon page. And Sleeping Bear has vouched that he will be the guardian of taking Patreon's wishes seriously.
Yes.
Which means that he would probably start sitting here with a broadsword and hitting us over the head whenever we fail to stick to subject.
I think I'll take this one.
That's
grab
actually
you by the-
scarier because I'm pretty sure you damage yourself with the broadsword. And you stay away from my piercings. And his phobia means you stay away from my piercings. Anyway, thank you for watching. You've been a trooper to stay with us through this. Next week we'll continue in the same line, not knowing what is actually happening in the future. So, oh, and by the way, now that you're in the future, could you tell us just a few lotto numbers?
Yeah.
Because that would really improve this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually even better than subscribing to the Patreon.
Yeah. Just a few top winning numbers.
Yeah.
Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.